My chief bride planned to poison my food on my wedding day. Story time, guys. This my chief bride, God. I don't know why some people can be jealous when something begin to happen for your friend. This my chief bride, when we were still in secondary school, that was when we met. So we became friends from there. We were in the same class. I used to help her in mathematics, and she's the type that she knows English very well. Sha. It seems like we just divided it because when I help her in mathematics, she will help me in English. So this is how we used to do it then when we were in secondary school until we finished secondary school. We now entered higher institution. By the grace of God, her own course was different, my own course was different. Then, in our higher institution, if any man approaches me then, she'll be telling me that why is it that it's only me that men normally come for? Is it that she's not beautiful? Why is it that everything good will come for me? What about her? And I was like, this thing you are saying now, I don't understand. What are you trying to insinuate? What are you insinuating? And sometimes she will just be like, it's just that things normally happen for you, good things. And I was like, me and you, we don't have the same destiny. Your own destiny is different. Look at you, you know English very well. Me, I know maths. Why don't I know English also? And why don't you know maths the way I knew it? And we just laugh it off. We continue to be friends. So then after school, after higher institution, that was how she complained everything. When I make A's, and I'll tell her that I make like 5 A's or 6 A's in my course, she will complain. Why is it that you always make A's? Maybe if she did not complete her own, like my own number, she'll complain. Everything about her is complain. But when something good happen for her, she will also come and share with me. Oh, I will be very happy for her. But when something happen for me, she will not be happy with me. She continued like this until we managed to finish school. You entered the same year, you got admission the same year. I stayed in school for 4 years. She too, 4 years. We graduated the same year. But what happened the day we went for rag day? That day, I don't know, I met one guy like that. So the guy now took us to their area, to their their garage where they are doing their business environment, where their friends are. So being that I was the one that was the guy was holding, so people contributed money for me so much. When they are giving me, they're also giving her. But you know that if they give me 1,000, they will give her 500. So that day we came back. After that day, the guy took us to a restaurant, a big hotel where they eat. We ate a swallow with a good soup and the rest of them. So after that day, we came back and we started counting our money. It happened that the money I made was 2 times of her own. She started complaining again. Why is it that everything that happens for my money is also bigger than her own? And I was like, this man self that took me, this guy that took me, was the influence of me that you self followed me. So do you expect me to get the same thing you get? That her complaint started getting on me. Few months later, I told her that I want to travel because when we finished school, we came back, we started staying in the same place, and I told her that I want to travel. I was the one that paid for the house rent, and I told her that I want to travel. It's not as if I want to travel outside the country. I want to travel and leave her in that house. Let her stay. In short, I wanted to relocate from that place. We used to stay in Enugu then. Me, I decided to relocate. I went back to Oka, where my parents stays. I left her there. The next thing, when house rent expired, she called me. I was like, the house rent have expired though. What is she going to do? And I was like, that house is where you stay. I paid the house rent. So now that it expired, you are working. Can't you pay the house rent of where you are staying? She now told me that she cannot continue to be paying that house rent. She wants to go back to her parents. And I said, so we have been staying for almost 2 years. I was the one paying for house rent. This one that you will not you are staying alone, you cannot pay. And she said she don't want again. She left. So I now called the landlord. The landlord said that she don't want to pay the house rent. And she said that she's going back to her family. She didn't know that I came back and maintained that house. Because when I went to Oka, I started searching for job. I called my manager. Okay, before that thing, the house rent supposed to expire in 2 months' time. I called my manager to ask whether the work I was doing was still there. Thank God we are not working in the same company. They said that the vacancy is still there. I should come back. And I went back and returned that house again. Before you know it, husband started coming. This guy from Canada came. How stupid I was then. I've known that this girl always complaining anything that happened for me. I still called her and told her that she's going to be my chief bride. And she was like, hey, so you are getting married. So you want to get married before me? And I said, you've started again? Oh. If you don't want to do this thing for me, just tell me. Which one I want to get married before you? Are we the same? Even though she's senior me small, she gave me like a year. But age is just a number. We don't have the same destiny as I told her before. So we started planning. We started planning. I don't know that this girl have something bad in mind against me. God. When we were planning to do that wedding, that my fiance came back. He took me and her to where we got our clothes, the clothes we were supposed to wear. We bought clothes, expensive clothes. In short, the two of us went for shopping at the expense of my husband to be. When we came back, we started looking at the clothes we bought. Each one when she sees my own, she will be like, this your own, this your clothes, fine. No. And I was like, are you not the one that choose your own? So why is my own now finer than your own? Because I've known her now, I've known her type. So she's continuing to complain. Everything that concerns me, she will complain. My husband called me one day. My husband to be called me one day. Do you think this girl can actually make a good friend? And I told her that this girl had been my friend from secondary school. And he was like, how have you been managing her? That she said that the girl is not a good person. That if she should advise me, that he will advise me to forget about this girl. Look for, if he's one of my cousins, let them come and do chief bride for me. And I told my husband that she will feel bad, that I've already told her about it. That day she came. She stayed in my house almost 2 weeks when we were preparing for the wedding something. So, to my greatest surprise, guys, my wedding is supposed to be in 1 week time. Everything is set. My own wedding clothes, her own chief bride clothes, expensive ones. In short, what we bought is not even renting. We bought new clothes, new wedding gown, everything. And when she finished using it, she takes it. Me, I decided to be renting my own maybe after using it. That is why I bought it. So, the day I was doing my wedding, something happened. I told her to make sure that the food that people that will come for from my company, the food that they will eat will be secured. That she should make sure she secure the food that they will eat. And she said, okay. I gave them cooler to give to those people that is cooking. They should make sure that they put enough meat though. And she said, okay. After everything, my younger brother was one that carried the rice and keep it in a room where she told him to put it, to keep the rice. So she kept the rice there. When the thing rang in my mind that people People were many. People that came for that wedding was too much. And I was like, I called her, as my chief bride now. Anything I want to say or anything I want to discuss, I will discuss with her. I told her, please call one of my brother. Make sure that the food you kept are safe, because I wouldn't want when my friends will come, I will start looking for food to give to them. And she said, okay. She called my brother, and my brother said that the food is okay. She now asked my brother to go and show her where they kept the food. My brother now took her where they kept the food. When they got there, he now told my brother that my brother should go, so that let her cover the food, that the food have cold small. When after putting hot rice in a cooler, you don't cover it immediately. So not knowing that my brother was at the window watching my chief bride, she put hand in her bra, brought out some substance and started spilling it on top of that food. Was she trying to poison everybody that will eat that food? I don't know. What was her plan? Me, I don't know. My brother was the one that had the key to that house, to that room. My brother now went and after she left, my brother now went and locked that room. And now came to me and told me that, look at what your chief bride is doing. Ask her what substance does she add in the food that your company people are going to eat. That he saw her adding substance in the food with that particular food. And when I called her and asked her, she said that it's not to know. My brother was like, what are you saying? My brother told me, but I tried to doubt my brother that I know she's jealous, but I don't know that it have reached to that extent. My brother said that if I cannot believe him over my friend, no problem, but he is promising me that nobody is going to taste that food, and he's going to take that food and throw it away. It's better that animals in the bush eat that food and buy than for this girl, jealous girl, that she don't know where I bought from, should come to my house and bring shame upon us and the entire family. That was when I now asked my brother to get little of quantity of that. After everything, nobody ate that rice again. I called my mother immediately and they started preparing soup. Before my friends will come, soup is now ready. So we served them soup instead of rice again. I now brought a portion of that rice and asked her to eat. She refused to eat the rice. I forced her. She refused. I did not tell it to my husband, because I don't want anybody that will spoil the man's mood. And I now told her that it's okay, since you decided to do it this way. Thank God the wedding is over. You are going back to your father's house this night. Yes, this night. I'll give you transportation fare. You are going back. And she started begging me that I should please allow her to sleep over. Tomorrow she will see road and go. I said that you are not going to sleep in this house with me tonight. So you guys should tell me, if you are in my shoe, would you allow her to sleep over in that same house? Because she have done more than enough. Seriously. Anyway, guys, that is the story. Had it been she succeeded in doing that thing she planned, what would have been my condition? It would have been ringing everywhere that they come for my wedding, and a lot of people, all my company people buy it because of my wicked friend I called my chief bride. This life no balance. You need to be careful in everything you do. When you have a friend that always complain about anything good that happen for you, abeg, dismiss her. She's not a good friend, or he's not a good friend. Thank you.